section on your worksheet that says drawing the boundary line. Did someone read that for me with the blanks? William. No, you don't have to fill it in. Okay, stop right there. Who knows what to fill in the blank right there? Read it again if you don't know. When we have what kind of sign? We have a dash line.
I mean, less than
Asia? Less than or greater than, right? So in your worksheet, where you have two blanks that says when an inequality has a blank or a blank sign, the boundary line is dashed, you're going to write then less than or equal than or greater than, right? Because when we have less than or greater than, that means all of those points that are on that line, on that boundary line, are not a part of the solution, right? And the way that we show that is with the dashed line. But you guys can look at this closer if you forgot. It's going to be here, okay? Someone please read the next part. Yes. Yes. Okay, someone read the next part. Right under drawing the boundary line. Taisha? We're reading the next sentence under drawing the boundary line. Okay, everyone take 30 seconds to think about that, and then we're going to do it in, right? I know. You know. I did not. I did not.
Any greater than the equal to?
You have 5 more seconds.
Any greater than?
Alright. So now Sarah's going to answer it for me. When an inequality has a what? Greater than or equal to or less than or equal to sign, the boundary line is solid. So you need to fill that in on your worksheet, right on the second line. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay? Okay. So I want everyone now to go to example number 1. I want to let you guys do that on your own, and then we're going to come back together and go over it. Okay? Can someone read the directions for me just so everybody is clear? Mary, can you read the directions? Okay, so we're looking at the graph, and then we're looking at the inequalities. We're going to choose the best one, right? The only one. So it might help you if you graph that inequality and then shade it in. So the picture is there to help you. Alright, really quick, can someone tell me how we would start off if we want to graph one of these inequalities? What's the first thing that we're going to look at? Taisha. the y-intercept, right? So looking at this graph, where's the y-intercept? Somebody else. Naeem, looking at this graph, right? Where's our y-intercept? Where does our line cross the y-axis? -5, right? So our y-intercept is 0, -5. So what we're going to do is, we're going to look at these choices, right? Which one has a -5?
D. And B.
No.
D and B, right? We're
Go
here.
ahead.
A, B, C, D.
I don't have no D.
D on the next page.
Who was supposed to look over there?
Okay.
You see.
But on some places, you don't have it.
Okay. So we know that B and D have -5. What's the next thing that we're going to look at? We found our y-intercept. What's the next thing? Belinda, what's the next one? Belinda, what's our slope? No, our slope. Our slope is a positive 2x. So we're looking for a line with a y-intercept of 0, -5, and a slope of positive 2x. Which line is that, William? Mm-hmm. Anybody get a different answer than D? That's it?
I got B.
You got B. So what's the last thing that we have to look for? We looked at our y-intercept, we looked at our slope, the sign, right? So just looking at the graph, is this greater than or equal to or less than or equal to? Which one? I'm waiting for you to be confident with your answer. You said greater than, you said less than. Which one? Greater than, right? Well, right. Okay. Okay. All right. So I go, listen. This is greater than, but it's a dashed line, so it's not greater than or equal to. It's just greater than. So you need to look for the y-intercept, look for the slope, look at the shaded region, and then look at this line, right? And that's how you decide. So we know that we have a slope of 0, -1, right? I mean, we have a y-intercept of 0, -1, -5. Our slope is positive 2. What type of sign do we have? Not sure what type of sign do we have?
Great.
Greater than. So y is greater than.
Dash.
Okay, we have a dash line, right? So when we have a dash line, we have one of these signs that you said it was greater than, right?
Yeah.
So this is our sign. So what's the inequality? We have all the parts.
Wow.
Somebody else call up the answer. I know you know it. Mary, you want to try? You tell me. Alright, so if you see a problem like this, somebody tell me how you're going to do it. What's the steps that you're going to go through? Jada. What's the steps that we're going to go through? We just went through it. What's the first thing that we look for? What's the first thing that we look for? Can somebody help out Jada? What's the first thing that we look for? I need someone to go over. I need everyone to go on to example number 2. Okay, and right after we do example number 2, we're going to work in groups, okay? Why? Because we're reviewing. It's okay. I like to answer questions.
Yes, one hot question.
Example number 2, guys. We're working on example number 2. And we're not talking right now. Can someone read the directions to example number 2? Taisha. Okay, so Asia, what are we going to do first? Someone who knows, tell me what we're going to do first. We're looking at example number 2. I'm waiting for someone to call out example number 2. What are we going to do first? Does everybody know what we're doing? I'm going to read the directions one more time. Ms. Bushnell solved the following inequality for y, and then she grabbed her answer. Is she correct or incorrect? Why or why not? So we're looking at step 4, right? What does step 4 say? Y is less than or equal to 3/5 x minus 5. Let's look at this graph. Let's take a step back, okay? We're going to start with the first step. So we have 3x minus 5y is less than or equal to 5. What's the first step? I want to get the y by itself. What's the first thing that I'm going to do? No. What's the first thing that I'm going to do? Somebody else. What's the first thing that I'm going to do? We're going to subtract 3x, right? Remember, this is 3x. That's a positive 3x. We have to undo addition, right? So how are we going to get rid of the 3x? Nasir? Subtract 3x, right? This is just like the equation that we solved yesterday. We're going to subtract 3x from both sides. We get negative 5y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 5. What's the second step? Somebody else. Yes. Divide. Okay, I want everyone to participate. Now, Sarah's been giving me a lot of answers. I know that he knows it. I want to make sure everyone else does, okay? We're going to divide by this number that's attached to the y, right? So when we divide everything by -5, what do we get? Somebody else. Not Sarah or William. I don't want to hear from you guys. There's 8 other people in this class. 7 other people. Taisha. Alright, so we're going to cross out -5s, right? We have y is less than, then what happens over here? Huh? So what's -3 divided by -5? I mean, we can keep it as a fraction, but it's going to be a positive 3/5 or negative 3/5. Positive 3/5, right? Because negative divided by negative is positive. -1, right? It's positive 5 divided by -5 is -1. Is this right? Are we doing this right?
Yeah.
Everybody look, are we doing this right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody see something wrong? Because there's something wrong. All of you just said it's right.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
Yeah.
So we can't move on until somebody figures it out. What's wrong? Right. We divide by a negative number. When we divide by a negative number, this has to change ways. Like it has to flip, right? Everybody remember that?
Yeah.
So why did everyone agree that this was right?
Yeah.
I didn't even say nothing.
He was like, yeah.
We have to flip our sign. So let's look at this step 4, right? And let's look at the step 4 on our papers. What's different?
Sean changed.
The signs change. Look at the y-intercept. Is that right? What did they do? What do you think they did wrong? Here we have -5 divided by -5. And we got 1. What did they get?
He got.
What did they get, Amira? What did I get? Okay, what did I get on this paper? What's our y-intercept? Did we get -5?
No, we got
We got -1, right? So when you see problems like this, right guys? When we're looking for the errors, we need to solve it ourselves. Everyone please copy down what we did on the board because we're about to move on. We're going to copy down the right answer. Then once everyone's finished, we're going to start our group work. Jada's copying down the problem. Jada's copying down the problem. Belinda is finished copying down the problem. Naeem is almost finished copying down the problem. Alright guys, so we're going to move on. So I need you guys to form 3 groups. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you. So there's going to be 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2. And as soon as you're finished, form your group, raise your hand so I know that you're ready. Need a group. Asia, Amira, Jada, y'all a group? We need a group. Are you guys a group? You're a group? Okay, so I want you guys to form a group, Asia, Jada, and William, Amir, Taisha, Belinda, and Naeem, and Nasir. Okay? It's going to work out.
It's not going to work out. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
That was disrespectful.
Okay, well, he just said it's not gonna work out.
I'm not trying to
Why
be
should-
disrespectful.
Why said it's not gonna work out? Because you know we won't.
You guys have 30 more seconds to find your group, right? This side of the room is ready. I don't know what's going on over here. I want y'all to be in a group. Okay.
I ain't saying that. As long as you're telling me, I'll sing them up.
I want you guys to start working and changing things. We're working on the first two problems. If you receive the sheet with just a graph, you're coming up with the line,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
I know, I think so.
Yo, whoa. I ain't gonna eat. You talking about?
Oh, okay. You like when them dudes off the fucking they're like beep beep.
Little fast joint.
They sardine.
Talking about little skinny sardine joint.
No, you know the joint that's on YouTube. The joint like beep.
Oh, West Bunny.
The joint's on
Come on, Will. We gotta find a joint for this. Let me go on to.
Bust it, yo.
Oh, you know how
Yeah,
busted,
no bony
bro.
in it.
I hit not only that's the whole thing. I hit fat.
You know that?
You're not gonna get it. You can't work out, huh?
I hope everybody started on the first problem, right? We're looking at these graphs and we're coming up with the inequalities. I see Asia and William working, right? Taisha, Belinda, and Amira. Okay, so first, wait, I just need to stop you guys real quick. There's 3 people in your group and y'all are laughing each other. Are y'all working together? Jada's going to join your group. So since you have some problems, how about 2 people work on one?
Oh, he funny, yo.
You know who can't read?
Yo, he was in there.
That's what that word.
He said the white Harvard.
You guys work on this.
Oh, he said Ryan Albert.
But y'all are all the same.
No, he said the white Harvard.
Ryan Albert.
This group is working.
He said, no.
Are we talking about that?
He said beautiful.
I'm waiting on her so we can do that.
Are you tripping on candy?
It's so technical.
What is that?
That's so technical.
That's not the third time. I'm telling you.
That's what we're doing. Go in there making a sandwich. You rob their house to make you a sandwich.